Most people believe that being good protects them. They think kindness, honesty, and fairness will somehow shield them from harm. But Machiavelli would laugh at that idea. He knew the truth. The world doesn't reward virtue. It rewards perception. It rewards power. It rewards those who understand the game being played while everyone else clings to ideals that make them predictable. In The Prince, he wrote that a ruler must learn how not to be good, not because evil is admirable, but because innocence is dangerous. Men who refuse to adapt, who trust too easily, or who believe everyone shares their morality are always the first to fall. The naive man assumes others think as he does. The Machiavellian man knows most people only pretend to. Look at the world around you. The honest worker who stays loyal for years gets replaced by the smooth talker who flatters the boss for 5 minutes. The genuine lover who gives everything is abandoned for someone who knows how to play hard to get. The friend who tells the truth is pushed away, while the liar who tells people what they want to hear rises in popularity. Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. Power doesn't serve the most virtuous. It serves the most strategic. He wasn't teaching you to deceive others. He was teaching you to see clearly, because the man who refuses to see darkness doesn't become good. He becomes blind. Every smile hides a motive. Every compliment carries intent. Every alliance has a hidden cost. The world is not moral. It's transactional. And if you don't learn to read between the lines, you'll be written out of the story entirely. Machiavelli understood that true intelligence isn't about knowledge. It's about awareness, the ability to see the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. The naive man asks, why would anyone do that? The wise man already knows, because it benefits them. Power follows self-interest, not fairness. Those who fail to grasp this truth are destined to serve those who do. So, if you want to become dangerously smart, stop assuming the world plays by your rules. Study how people actually behave, not how they should. Notice who flatters you and why. Notice who disagrees, but still lingers close. Everyone wants something, and the moment you forget that, you hand them control. You don't have to become ruthless, but you must understand ruthlessness. Because if you can't recognize the wolf, it doesn't matter how noble the sheep thinks it is. Remember this, the world doesn't destroy the cruel, it destroys the naive. Everyone wears a mask. The difference is, some people know it, and the ones who don't, they're the easiest to control. Machiavelli understood that humans are not guided by truth, but by image. He wrote that men judge more by the eye than by the hand, meaning that what people see will always matter more than what you do. This is the foundation of power. Control how others perceive you, and you control how they treat you. Fail to manage perception, and someone else will manage it for you. Think about it. In every room, there's a performance unfolding. The confident leader, the charming flirt, the loyal friend. All masks designed to achieve something. Some wear them to survive, others to dominate. The tragedy is that most people don't even realize they're acting. They think their emotions are pure, their opinions are their own, when in reality, they're just following the script that gets them accepted. This is why Machiavelli said the successful man must learn to appear virtuous while doing what is necessary. The weak believe authenticity is sacred. The wise understand that authenticity must be selective. You cannot show every emotion, every thought, or every weakness. Not in a world that feeds on them. The man who exposes everything about himself becomes predictable. Predictability breeds vulnerability, but the man who keeps his intentions hidden, who knows when to smile and when to stay silent, that man becomes unreadable, untouchable, dangerous. People can't destroy what they can't define. The art of masks isn't about lying, it's about strategy. You don't wear a mask to deceive the world. You wear it to protect yourself from it. When you're honest with everyone, you hand them a weapon. When you reveal less, you force them to guess. And when people have to guess, they fear misjudging you. That fear becomes your quiet advantage. In modern life, this rule decides who rises and who fades. The one who can shape perception shapes opportunity. That's why the loudest rarely win, but the most composed often do. Because silence makes people project. They fill in the blanks with their own assumptions, and most of the time, they assume power. A truly dangerous mind doesn't rush to prove itself. It lets others reveal their nature first. It studies tone, body language, inconsistencies, not words. Machiavelli would tell you, never trust what someone says about themselves. Watch how they react when things stop going their way. That's when the mask slips. You must master two arts, how to read masks and how to wear your own. One without the other is useless. To be perceptive but transparent makes you a target. To be secretive but blind makes you paranoid. But when you can do both, you see the world as it truly is. Remember this: never show your hand until the table is yours. That's how the game is won. Before we continue, take a second to subscribe. If you've made it this far, you're already thinking differently from most. And Machiavelli would say that's the first sign of intelligence worth cultivating. Now, let's continue. Power doesn't belong to those who are strongest or smartest. It belongs to those who can shape how others see them. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. In The Prince, he warned that it isn't reality that rules the world, but the illusion of reality. A man doesn't need to be powerful. He only needs to appear powerful long enough for people to believe it. Once they believe it, they will act as if it's true. This is the secret of perception. Control it, and you control everything. We live in an age obsessed with appearances, followers, titles, status. But the game hasn't changed. It's just digital now. The same principles Machiavelli used to analyze kings and generals apply to CEOs, influencers, and even the people in your daily life. Most people spend their energy chasing approval, not understanding that the moment you need approval, you give away your power. He taught that men in general judge more by the eye than by the hand. In other words, people care more about how something looks than what it really is. The man who understands this doesn't fight for recognition. He engineers it. He builds an image so consistent, so calculated, that others can't tell where the performance ends and the person begins. And that's where true intelligence becomes dangerous. You must learn to master duality, the surface and the substance. Appear moral, but think strategically. Speak with humility, but act with precision. Smile when you're doubted, because the strongest weapon in strategy is patience. When your enemies underestimate you, you've already won half the battle. Machiavelli never said to abandon ethics. He said to wield them like a tool. People will forgive almost anything if you look righteous doing it. History's most cunning leaders understood this. They cloaked ambition in morality. They spoke of justice while plotting dominance. Because the world doesn't follow truth, it follows confidence, wrapped in appearance. In your own life, remember this: people believe what they want to believe. If you can control that desire, you can control them. Reputation becomes armor. Perception becomes your battlefield. Every rumor, every opinion, every glance, they're all weapons, waiting for someone sharp enough to use them. The truly powerful don't fight to prove themselves. They make others do the proving. They let the crowd decide who's right while they remain unbothered, because they already know the outcome. You don't need to be good to win. You just need to look good long enough to change the game. Think about that. Loyalty is the most overrated virtue in human history. It sounds noble, it feels comforting, but in the hands of the powerful, it's a weapon. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He observed that loyalty is never permanent. It exists only as long as it benefits both sides. The moment it doesn't, it dissolves like smoke. Yet most people live as if loyalty was sacred, binding, eternal. They give everything to those who promise nothing in return. and then they wonder why betrayal always feels so personal. In The Prince, Machiavelli warned rulers not to depend on loyalty, but on control. Not on promises, but on consequences. He knew human nature too well. People are loyal until it costs them something. When fear, gain, or survival enter the equation, loyalty bends. Every alliance, every friendship, every love, all of it rests on shifting ground. Understanding that isn't cynicism, it's clarity. Think about it. In politics, allies change sides overnight. In business, loyalty lasts only until a better offer arrives. Even in relationships, love fades the moment admiration turns to convenience. Machiavelli wasn't teaching people to betray. He was teaching them to expect it, to see human behavior without illusions, to recognize that even the kindest faces can turn cold when interests collide. The man who sees loyalty as absolute becomes easy to control. He's predictable. The one who sees it as conditional becomes untouchable, because he gives trust carefully, not completely. He understands that people are loyal not to you, but to their needs. And when their needs change, so will their allegiance. This doesn't mean you should live with paranoia. It means you must live with awareness. Machiavelli's wisdom wasn't meant to make you cold. It was meant to make you calm. When you expect human nature to act like human nature, nothing surprises you. You stop reacting emotionally and start responding strategically. He advised princes to make loyalty useful. Reward it, but never depend on it. Keep allies close, but always have leverage. Give people a reason to stay. Not because they love you, but because leaving would cost them more. That's the art of political psychology. You make yourself too valuable, too powerful, or too unpredictable to betray without consequence. In modern life, this lesson matters more than ever. People wear masks of friendship, mentorship, even romance. But beneath each, there's an exchange taking place. Time, attention, status, affection. These are all currencies. The sooner you see this, the sooner you'll stop confusing sentiment with strategy. You can still be kind, you can still love, but do it with your eyes open. Machiavelli would say, trust what people do, not what they say. Promises are air, actions are contracts. Watch how someone behaves when you're no longer useful to them. That's when their true loyalty shows. And remember, power and loyalty are intertwined. The powerless beg for loyalty because it's all they have. The powerful inspire it because others depend on them. So don't chase loyalty. Build power. Make yourself indispensable. When people realize they gain more by standing with you than against you, loyalty becomes automatic. Even betrayal can be predicted if you know the pattern. The one who flatters too much is the first to abandon you. The one who never questions you is storing silent resentment. The one who acts overly loyal is often performing for your trust. Machiavelli would tell you, believe behavior, not words. This is how dangerously smart men operate. They see loyalty not as an emotional bond, but as a temporary alignment of interests. They give trust slowly, measure people constantly, and detach instantly when deception appears. Their peace comes not from believing in others, but from understanding them. Because when you know that loyalty is conditional, betrayal loses its power. So don't live in fear of disloyalty. Expect it and plan for it. Don't hate the game, master it. Keep your circle small, your leverage strong, and your emotions tempered. Reward honesty, but never rely on it. Let people show you who they are, and then decide if they've earned a place in your reality. In a world of shifting alliances and silent motives, Machiavelli's rule still holds true. The wise man gives loyalty only to the truth. And the truth is, everyone wants something that's not bitterness, that's liberation. Think about that. Now that you understand the rules of perception, masks, and loyalty, it's time to synthesize Machiavelli's teachings into a mindset for modern life, a blueprint for becoming dangerously smart. The modern prince doesn't wield power through brute force or wealth alone. He wields it through awareness, strategy, and patience. Every interaction is a test, every conversation a potential advantage. The difference between a naive man and a Machiavellian one is not morality, it's perception. He sees patterns where others see chaos, motives where others see words, and opportunity where others see obstacles. Start by observing people relentlessly. Watch how they react under stress, when their plans fail, or when they think no one is watching. The truth is revealed in those moments. Machiavelli would remind you, actions always speak louder than words. Trust behavior, not promises, and you'll rarely be caught off guard. Next, master the art of patience. The dangerously smart don't rush. They wait for situations to unfold, letting others reveal intentions, weaknesses, and desires. When the time is right, they act decisively. Acting too early or revealing your strategy too soon only gives others a chance to counter you. Remember, the world rewards timing as much as talent. Power, perception, and loyalty are tools. Combine them wisely. Be indispensable. Make your presence valuable, your absence noticeable. Align yourself with people who respect your boundaries but never rely solely on their goodwill. Recognize that loyalty is earned, conditional, and temporary. Use it strategically and never allow sentiment to blind you. Equally important is self-sufficiency. The modern prince fears dependence because dependence is vulnerability. Cultivate skills, knowledge, and emotional resilience that no one can take away. The man who can stand alone is immune to manipulation, unshakable in negotiation, and unstoppable in pursuit of his goals. This doesn't mean coldness or cynicism. It means clarity. You can be generous, empathetic, or honorable, as long as you act with awareness. Every choice should enhance your position or protect your independence. Every alliance should serve a purpose, even subtly. Every risk should be calculated. Finally, understand that knowledge itself is power. The man who knows human nature and his own nature is untouchable. He moves through the world like a shadow, invisible until it is advantageous to appear. He shapes events without being shaped by them. He wins not because he is ruthless, but because he is prepared, perceptive, and unafraid. Becoming the modern prince is not about dominating others openly. It's about mastering yourself, your environment, and the invisible rules that govern society. It's about thinking 5 steps ahead, acting with precision, and staying unshakable when others panic. If you've absorbed even a fraction of this, you're already thinking differently. Dangerous intelligence isn't flashy. It's subtle, relentless, and transformative. Those who understand these lessons rarely need to announce themselves. The world bends to them quietly, inevitably. Remember this: knowledge is your armor, perception is your weapon, and independence is your fortress. Live wisely, observe relentlessly, and act with strategy. That is how Machiavelli's lessons turn ordinary men into forces the world cannot control.